inspiring welcome to all. I am Apurva Kashish, the hostess from the Media Club IIT Varanasi. And today, we are going to have a candid conversation with an eminent personality, whom the UPSC aspirants worship, who as the ultimate IAS mock interview guru. An associate professor in Delhi University and 8-time TEDx speaker, I welcome to you Dr. Vijender Chauhan.
Thank you, Apurva. Thank you, IDBHU.
So how does it feel to be on the other side of the interview?
Well, I have to answer this question in every interview, to be honest. And it feels wonderful. It feels wonderful because there are problems in it. Because if you are on this side of the table, when you are answering questions, you always have this problem that you come up with this, this interviewer is not exactly asking what he or she should be asking. Things like that. So you end up evaluating your interviewers. So sometimes you end up distorting the candid conversation. But then I enjoy it and hope you enjoy it.
That's great to know, sir. So is it your first time visiting Varanasi or have you been here before?
No, I've been before. I've been to BHU. So I'm a good person. But IIT is the first time.
Okay. So how has been IIT BHU treating you?
IIT is treating me well. Probably for the wrong reasons, but in the sense that they kind of idolize that UPSC thing. The thing is that I'm a teacher and then whenever I'm in the campuses, I rarely advocate getting into the UPSC thing or motivating people to do the UPSC thing. But overall, it's a wonderful campus and I saw the enthusiasm was really good. बच्चों में खूब सारे जोश दिखाई दे, which is good. Also, there are few stereotypical understanding of bananas which we all have. That ITBHU was able to undo, in a sense. For example, I saw the girls really active. They kind of happy being here. General image outside is that in BHU, in IIT BHU, girls they're not treated well. There are always some news here and there, which sometimes give that impression that probably these campuses should treat the girls. But I realized in IIT BHU, the girls are vocal, they appear to be happy, at least the girls I met. So that way, it's great learning.
That's great to know, sir. And actually that prompts me to ask you how your journey began. Like, you initially used to take the interviews of the UPSC aspirants and it has got very famous through the years. So how did your journey begin?
See, that part is not, obviously cannot be designed, right? It wasn't. It was, as I usually say, it came in the flow. I was doing these things because Dr. Vikas Dwivedi is a good friend. He at that time was a startup thing, right? So he offered it to me and he's a friend and we enjoy working together. So I took up that assignment and over the years it became a brand in itself. And then came social media basically. And then social media was a phenomenon that changed everything about my social presence. And that resulted in COVID actually amplified everything. So it started, the consumption of these social media products started in non-UPSC domain. वो लोग जिन लोगों को UPSC से कोई लेना देना नहीं है, आंटी जी, ताया जी, चाचा जी type who were gone through that already, they started watching it and then recommending it to their kids and all. That resulted in kind of popularity. So that was not designed. So my journey, I'm a teacher. I started as a school teacher. As my career is concerned, I was trained as an electrical engineer, got into the Hindi literature. So I got my share of diversity in my personality, which come handy when you are actually interviewing the candidate. I take pride in the fact that usually I'm able to have conversation with people from wide variety of background. And that spectrum usually helped me a lot. So There is no rags to riches story in my story actually. I know that is the taste of the society right now, but so far diversity is something which has contributed to my personality and my story.
It's really nice to know, sir. In fact, talking about your social media presence, you have a YouTube channel also, where recently you posted a video which was titled as that BTech has become the new BA. Yes. Honestly speaking, that felt kind of a bold statement, but you truly backed your arguments with quite logical reasons. So the point comes here, then why are people pursuing technical degrees if in the end their aim is to become a civil servant?
Well, as such, ऐसा नहीं है कि इन बातों को reconcile करना कोई बहुत मुश्किल है, इन बातों को के बीच में relationship ढूंढना कोई मुश्किल है. सही बात यह है कि all through the history of civil services, the civil servants coming with a background of engineering, especially institutions like IIT, BITS, and earlier Regional College of Engineering, has always been there. To say that they were not, or for that matter, medical students, they were always there, and they were there in fair number, 15%, 20% kind of things, which is a huge number considering discipline. If a single stream is giving you 15%, 20%, it's big. But now, unfortunately, it has gone to 70%, 80%. When I interview candidates every year, I realize that people who are clearing mains examination, if that is the sample, then 70% is sometimes 80%. Coming to your question, that what is the point of doing a technical degree? Well, technical degree, if has become just one another degree, then why not? Well, if you have to do BA, then why can't you do a BTech? You can do a BTech because the fact is after NEP, even the BA and BSc are 4-year degrees. So you are not even saving 1 year by doing simple degrees. Then why don't you do BTech? Also, please understand that at least the older institutions, they are not just giving you technical knowledge; they are giving you a whole which is contributing to your personality. They are giving you exposure to many disciplines, allied disciplines. Activities are there. More than that, you are getting a campus full of diversity of friends, your batchmates and your seniors and juniors. They are coming from wide variety of backgrounds, which is helping you becoming a better person, which will help you to become a good civil servant also. But if you will leave that civil servant part, your personality become better. So nothing wrong as such in aspiring to getting a particular job. What is wrong here is that why the engineering and technical services are losing their charm in terms of employment. That's the real question. Why mechanical engineers today or civil engineers today cannot aspire to lead the nation in their domain. Right from the placement itself, they aspire to be hired by either the consulting firms or the IT firms, despite they being mechanical engineers, civil engineers, metallurgy engineers, ceramics, which simply suggests that they are not these institutions and economy are not doing the job they were designed to.
In fact, that's true. When we attend technical institutes, in fact we get large diversity. Right? There's a whole lot of experience out there, so that might help the aspirants in the UPSC exams.
It does.
That's right. So, sir, you said that the UPSC is special for all. So what's so special about it?
Well, I never said UPSC is special because I'm saying absolutely the opposite of that.
But I'm saying
the UPSC or the civil services is just another job. I'm repeating it. I'm being tall for this, but I'm saying it again because I have those 20 years to back. That civil services at the end of the day is just another job, a level 10 job. Level 10 is you get around 80,000 rupees per month. It's not a bad job, it's a good job. But it is not something for which the entire nation should go back. It is not something for which you believe that if you are able to crack it, you are something, and if for some reason you are not able to crack it, you are nothing. No, it's not. My understanding is absolutely clear. The thing that why there is so much charm about it, why everybody is after it, why it has become almost a national hobby, is three things. One, lust of power. Second, obviously our feudal mindset, which suggests that there is more social reputation and bhokal relative to the civil services. And third, maybe, I'm just saying maybe, I'm not at all suggesting it is maybe a possibility of corruption, which means that maybe you'll be earning crores if you are a person who's without integrity. So these three things combined are giving this kind of a push to a single government job. My understanding is in any good democracy, in any healthy society.
Very right, sir. Like that would be a wrong motivation for the aspirants to join the civil services.
Either of these three, not just the corruption.
Okay.
Even the social reputation aspect, the vocal and the power thing, and even the social reputation. My primary concern is social reputation. Despite after 75 years, our society is with the wrong preferences. We should actually be idolizing people in the different domain rather than people becoming babus. That is, I mean, nothing wrong in becoming babus, but babus are ultimately babus. We should be idolizing people from other disciplines as well, artists, the entrepreneur, the social activist, and many other fields.
So let's come to our next question. Since you are a professor of Hindi literature, you must appreciate its beauty for the language. But it's a social perception that often the English-speaking candidates, they get more preference in the UPSC interviews. It's a perception which people have often speculated.
See, देखिए जहाँ तक इस perception की बात है कि हिंदी मीडियम के बच्चों को इंटरव्यू में कम नंबर मिलते हैं, data will not suggest that. I can be sure about it that मैं चूंकि data देखा है हम लोगों ने, data ऐसा suggest नहीं करता कि हिंदी मीडियम के बच्चों के marks का median. You are a technical person, you can understand the median is the best parameter here. You cannot do it with the mean, you cannot do it with the highest or lowest mark. The median is the best thing. The median of the Hindi medium students' interview mark is not significantly different from the median of the Hindi medium, English medium students' mark. There can be a slight variation that can be result of a variety of reasons. Right? But in the matters of prelims and mains, the difference is large. So what is happening is that right in the filtration process, Hindi medium के students या Indian languages के medium के students कई बार are underperforming. Again, there are a variety of reasons. These can be systemic in terms of evaluation, but these can also be social. That the class, the category these people are coming from are deprived classes. Their exposure is limited in comparison to English medium students, and resources they have are also differential. This is the same reason, for example, when we see there are IITs, the dropouts from a certain category, social category students is higher in comparison to other people. That is also because of the similar reasons. We need to work in society about it. It is also true that in a society there is a differential perception. हिंदी मीडियम से पढ़ने वाले बच्चों को लेकर या हिंदी भाषा को लेकर, हिंदी बोलने वाले लोगों को लेकर एक किस्म का डायग्लॉसिया का मतलब होता है जब एक सोसाइटी में एक से ज़्यादा लैंग्वेजेस बोली जाती हैं और लैंग्वेजेस का सोशल रेपुटेशन अलग अलग हो, तो वो हमारे यहाँ पहले से एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है. इट्स अ कॉलोनियल हैंगओवर दैट वी आर कैरिंग और इसका प्रभाव भी दिखाई देगा. But then please understand, it's not about Hindi and English. You will have to compare, for example, Hindi with other Indian languages.
True that.
And you find that Hindi is doing the similar treatment with the other languages, which it is complaining against the English. I mean, Bengali used to be, wonderful language in comparison to Hindi once, Marathi, Tamil. But when it comes to the national stuff, it appears that after English, the most important language is only Hindi, which is again a misplaced.
True that. It's just the most spoken language after English, but it cannot be official.
No, official it is. Unfortunately, fortunately, that let's not get into it.
Yes.
But we suggest. very clearly suggests, no, it actually very clearly pronounced that it is our Indian official language of the nation, and nothing wrong in that. The thing is that despite being the official language, despite being the most popular language, it also has the responsibility to carry other languages around it, which I think it can do better.
तो अब तो स्टूडेंट्स सोशल मीडिया पे बहुत डिपेंड कर रहे हैं, लाइक सोशल मीडिया यूट्यूब पे बहुत डिपेंड कर रहे हैं, ऑनलाइन मोड ऑफ एजुकेशन के लिए जा रहे हैं, स्पेशली आफ्टर लॉकडाउन. तो आपको क्या लगता है कि लाइक इज सोशल मीडिया डूइंग इट्स राइट जॉब, और या ये डिस्ट्रैक्शन बन सकता है उनके लिए? अ ब्लेसिंग इन डिस्गाइज?
इट्स बोथ. आई मीन देखिए, किसी भी टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ हिंदी में हम लोग वो लोग थे जिन्होंने हिंदी में पहली बार इंटरनेट की शुरुआत में हिस्सेदारी की. I was among those first 10-20 bloggers who started blogging in Hindi, and I do know that community which did it. And on the basis of that, I'm telling you that social media has arrived. It's gonna stay here. So you like it or dislike it, you cannot ignore it. So you'll have to learn to live with it, to make maximum good use of it, and to not let it impact the very humane nature of your being. So that's up to individual and collectively the society, that we ensure that the social media is less of a distraction, more of a asset.
Oh, here comes the question जो मतलब सब एस्पिरेंट्स के पास रहता है कि सब प्रिपेयर कैसे करें, स्पेशली इंटरव्यूज के लिए आफ्टर क्रैकिंग द प्रीलिम्स एंड मेंस. So the most important thing which I feel it is confidence. क्योंकि बहुत बार conflicted thoughts आते हैं while answering the questions. So what do you think aspirants should do in order to make their preparation better?
See, my advice always is कि इसे कोई अलग से तैयारी की तरह लेने की बजाय इसे जिंदगी की तैयारी की तरह लीजिए, which effectively means that you should be preparing for your interview even while you're still a student, right? Because these are soft skills you'll be acquiring and it will stay with you no matter where you are. Whether you're going to the civil services or you're going to corporates, you'll be needing these soft skills, which is to say things correctly in a nuanced manner wherever required. Problem with the word confidence is that it's इसके जो nuanced meaning society में है वो है as if you have to speak loudly, you have to overpower others, you have to shout at others, you have to prove that you are right and others are wrong, which is not actually confidence. It is usually the most scared person who will actually be doing it. So my advice always is that be in a healthy interaction with others. Most importantly, be in interaction with people who are at a differential level from you. Caste, gender, community, different than you. If you are able to have good communication with people who are not like you, you'll realize that you will have that ability, which should ideally be called confidence, and you'll be able to take people along you rather than defeating them or telling them that you are not capable, I am capable. That's not the idea of good confident voices. Confident voice is not the most loudest voice. And when you said that we have confusion, we have different thoughts coming to our mind, it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. If you have this diversity of thought in your mind, it means that you're a thinking human. You are having just one voice and you believe that that is the truth, then you are mistaken. Then you are basically following someone rather than being a thinking being.
That was a really nice answer, sir, about that. I hope the aspirants, they finally feel like, okay, I can do it. So this brings to the end of our interview. Thank you so much, sir, for being a part of this interview. We hope you enjoy your stay here.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the entire IIT teaching team, and do well.